get to the super chat question. We got one that came in real quick. We got Tyga sends in $20. He says, thought exercise for the ladies if time permits. Name one thing women can do that men can't. Should women do that thing? Don't just agree with the woman next to you. Think, ladies. No, he says, thank you, ladies. Cooley. And dark-skinned Lloyd Banks. Said you're dark-skinned Lloyd Banks. Appreciate the support, Tyga. That's a good question. So, ladies, name one thing women can do that men can't, and don't use the same answers. Try to think. And let's start. Well, who wants to go first? You go first.
Bear a child.
All right, you got lucky.
I know, that's why I wanted to go first.
Oh, yeah. That's about the only thing.
And what about you?
I guess be feminine. I don't know. I didn't think about it too much. Guys can be.
We got guys out of feminine.
Some they shouldn't be, but they could be.
Some guys can even look more like girls.
They can try to be.
That's true.
The girls.
Every world.
Okay, you got anything else, or you want me to go to her?
Go to her. I'm gonna think.
Okay, what you got?
I mean, outside of having kids, I don't think there's much that women can do that men can't do.
Okay.
Like, I mean, they can be good supports, good helpmates, but I mean, a man could still do those things. So, yeah, outside of that, that's why I was like, there's one thing.
All right. What about you?
I think there's a couple, but of course, men can do things just like we could do things. Like, we can go, pop herniated discs if we want to go do a man job and move a bunch of stuff, but it's going to affect us differently physically. I personally think that women are mentally more fit. Men are physically more fit, and that's why we work in tandem so well. Like, a woman sitting home, being a stay-at-home mom all day, that's why you don't see a lot of men doing that, because it takes a mental toll. Just like you're not going to see women on oil rigs because it takes such a physical toll. Like, can we do it? Yeah, but were we designed to? Not so much, in my opinion.
I thought of something.
You want to say something?
Yeah. So if you look at like single moms versus single fathers have a better outcome than single mothers. So men are very good at raising. They're actually better at discipline. So in the earlier stages, they need that nurturing and caring, but in the older stages, they need that discipline. Mm-hmm. It's really important. So women aren't as good at disciplining, and women tend to be less consistent. And I would say that women tend to have less mental strength than men. So
she said it, not us. She said it. We didn't say that. She said it.
What's your reasoning behind women have more mental strength? I know you gave one example that, women are in the home while the man is working, but that doesn't really demonstrate how the woman has more mental strength, because I would say that women are at home and the men are working, because women really don't want to work if they don't have the, if they have the option not to work, they would choose not to work.
Amen.
So with that being said, I don't think that they're in the home because they have the mental fortitude better than the men who deal with the kids. So what's your reasoning that women have more mental strength, or what's the word you use? Mental what?
What did I say?
I don't remember what you said.
I think it did say
mental strength. Yeah. It could be. It could be that. Yeah.
Limits. Yeah, same thing. I think we have more mental adversities. You don't. Again, I hate to bring it back to child rearing, but this is our core of what we're here for, right? So if I'm child rearing, now I'm dealing with hormones. My hormones are spiking every month because I have a menstrual. So, you're fighting more against your hormones, your physical. And then I think, like we were discussing earlier, having a baby, the postpartum, I've experienced it with one of my sons. It is the darkest days of my life, honestly. And I think the mental strength it took to get up each day, to still care for a child. And then I work from home, and I was a homeschool mom, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and the monotony. The monotony is tough. You guys get to go out, socialize at work. I know it's hard, never ever taken away from that, but you socialize with adults. We're like cartoons. So it's I guess that monotony, and you feel like you lose your identity in it. So I feel like each day to wake up happy and go get her and be the best mom you can be. I think we just face a few more challenges mentally with that.
So when Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that, women have more mental strength. The word strength you're using is to say that they can handle more things at once, or like, how are you formulating the strength part?
Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, here's a good statistic. How much, I don't know the exact number, so I'm not going to call it out, but it's a big difference of how much a man's brain shuts down when he sleeps, where ours doesn't, because we got to hear our babies and things like that. So adversity breeds strength, right? We're starting further behind the start line than you are.
Yeah, but one would say that, well, the man that can sleep through, kids crying and sleep through a lot of crazy noises, that's a lot of mental strength. The person that can't sleep through it, they have mental weakness. They don't know how to relax and be calm.
Well,
our babies need us, though.
We're designed that way to be aware of our babies,
Yeah, so with using that, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to get some understanding of how you're utilizing the word strength to say that women have more mental strength than men. Because I would say that women don't have more mental strength than men because women are higher in estrogen. And they're also higher in trait neuroticism. So estrogen, you're going to feel more emotions. Mm-hmm. Higher in trait neuroticism means that you feel more negative emotions per unit of situation than the man, generally speaking. So let's say if, a situation happens, the woman is more likely to have a negative experience per situation. So with that being said, since the woman feels more emotions, and she's more likely to have a negative experience with her emotions, I would say that she does not have as much mental strength as the woman. That's why I wanted to know, how are you, utilizing the word strength to say that the woman has more strength? Because I would say that the person.
For you.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I got a bro analogy for you.
All right,
ready?
let me hear it.
Since we're all in the gyms and training and all that, right?
Yeah.
What do you need to get more muscle? What do you need to be stronger?
You gotta work out more.
More resistance.
More resistance, yeah.
Adversity breeds strength. It's more resistance. It depends on the person's character if they're going to take the negativity and let it build. Because in a lot of storms in my life, I still look up and thank them. And that's why I'm ultimately blessed. So that depends on the person. That could be any type of person. But I think day to day, to keep that house running, all the doctors, most men, when you have that experiment, what's your kid's doctor's name? What's your kid's teacher's name? What's your kid's best friend's name? It's usually the mom that stores all that information.
Yeah, but if we look at it from a general perspective between men and women, right, on who has more mental strength, the world was created by men to give women the privilege to feel comfortable and to live comfortable in. Like, women live a much coddled life than men, generally speaking. One, we are all put on this planet to reproduce, to procreate, right? You don't have a burden of performance on you to reproduce, meaning that once you hit, your legal age, you're born with your sexual attraction, your sexual value. Men have to go out there and create our sexual value. So therefore we actually need to become attractive in order to reproduce. You just are. And you can reproduce. So you can satisfy your natural biological propensity by just being a woman. For us to satisfy, well, I'll let my plan. For us to satisfy our natural biological propensity, which is to reproduce, we have a burden of performance. We have to become better. We have to become more attractive. So the woman would, find us attractive and have sex with us, because women hold the key to sex. And what was your question?
I said, what do you mean by sexual value?
Sexual value. So sexual value is the opposite sex being attracted to you sexually.
So you're saying for us, it's already there.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone that's going to find you attractive and they'll want to have sex with you. But it's not the same for men.
I think it's the other way.
No, think about it. If a man is overweight and he's, lazy and he's not asserting himself and trying to become better and just maybe playing video games all day, he's not going to be attractive. Statistics show a third of men is either a virgin or haven't had sex in a year between the ages of 18 to 30. So this would just say that, well, there is a burden. Like, women are... like
letting themselves go kind of idea.
Yeah, well, women are celibate, by choice. Mm-hmm. Right? Men aren't, people ain't celibate by choice. If you're a man and and you say you're celibate by choice, I mean, maybe 0.1% if you're Nick Fuentes and you say that you're waiting for marriage or something like that. Who knows? Or you're gay and you're trying to hide it. So you're saying that, I'm celibate by choice.
Or you're
something
following
like that.
Christ.
Well, there's actually
even if you're following Christ, that's the one, but that's a very, very small minority of people.
It's trending though. Young Christian conservative men staying virgins until marriage. It's trending right now.
I wouldn't even say virgins, but even people who've already had sex but go celibate after that.
Yeah, it's a trend. But what I'm saying is the biological urges that men have, we want to try to go out there and satisfy those urges. You ladies,
instinct, you would just go out and do.
You ladies are women, so you don't understand the male's perspective on how the testosterone works and how we get horny and things like that. Yes, we can have some, outside influences of Christianity, some morality that can supersede our nature. But generally speaking, that morality does not supersede the nature of a man. He will want to go ahead and satisfy that nature to go out and have sex. But I'm saying that most men, the people that are celibate, like they're involuntary celibate. They're incels.
They're going against
There's no really women that's an incel. That's no such thing. Right.
But women still have those desires. And I would say that sex is, that sex is so readily available to women. It's almost to the same degree that it is for men with corn. Like the way that men can watch corn is the way a woman can download an app and like 30 minutes later.
But there's biological differences between men. So yes, we know that women do get horny and you have sexual urges and stuff like that. But it is not the same. It isn't as potent as a man. Like trust and believe, like even during the process, like hypothetically, say if me and you catch a vibe, like you get turned on like a light switch. Yeah. Like it's a slow dial knob, like a slow process, like to turn you on, right? But a man, like, listen, like it's a light switch. It's immediately, like right? So now even if you just think about the attraction trigger to arousal, right? There's a difference between men and women. Now, if you put that on another level as far as, in order for you to have sex, you need to like the man to a degree. In order for a man to have sex, he don't got to like you at all.
He's got to have a wet hole.
Yeah, you don't got to like you at all, right? So yeah, you may get, like, there's different, our biology is different. So yes, you may get horny, but not to the same extent as a man. So yeah, I just think the switches work a little bit different.
No, that's real, because young boys who don't even really have any knowledge of sex, they wake up with boners.
Yeah.
So it's like women don't wake up like, they don't even know what they're thinking about when they have a boner. It's just their biological makeup. So I don't think women wake up like that.
It's primitive.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a woman can wake up moist if like she has a dream or something like that.
But like boys do that like.
But I feel like we would have to know about all that first. Like you said, like even when they're uneducated and completely innocent to the idea, they still have those physical reactions that they don't understand, but we understand.
So now, just to wrap this up and bring it home, when we're speaking about the differences of men and women, and we're saying that you say mental strength, since the world that you're living in right now, the entire infrastructure was all built and maintained by men. 99% of inventions, the microphone you're speaking in, the cameras that's recording us, the lights, everything, these buildings, these four walls, right? All been created and maintained by men. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you Google it, women haven't built in history. They haven't built a building. Like, they haven't actually went out there and got the material. I mean, like a modern day building. They haven't actually went ahead and got the material, built the material from scratch, and then built the building. They would use material that's already built. And then most women, if they are involved in the building process, they're more like an architect or some design or stuff or something like that. Yeah, like you're not really building nothing, right?
But it still adds together. You still need both.
Yeah, it still adds together.
How often have we been lied to about when a woman did or didn't create something? Because there was a long period of time when women would create things, weren't allowed to go get a patent or a trademark, work and their husbands would take the credit.
Well, I would say like if a woman
so
did
history
have
has
to
lied to us too.
Well, yeah, but we don't really have anything factual. We can only speculate on certain things. But I would say this. If a woman had to build a building or a house, she wouldn't want no man living in there. To be independent. Oh, I built this house. I don't want you coming in this house. Like she would look at it like, oh, generally speaking, especially in today's day and age.
No,
right?
I had a mom like
These
that.
women would be like, I don't need no man. I done built it myself. So why do I need you to come in here, right? So I think that when we're speaking about mental strength, and your example, your analogy was to say, well, since women go through so many adversities, it builds up. It's like muscles. They're always going through things. They're always flexing and building resistance to this muscle. I would say men, we build up so much more resistance in our muscles because we actually have to go out there and we have a burden of performance, which means that it takes more mental strength not to break down because we need to go out there and become something just to procreate. You don't even have to do that, and you can feel your biological propensities. So, yeah. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.